Hi guys, so today we are cooking fried chicken. So I thought I would bring you guys along with me and let you see how I prepare my fried chicken and maybe offer some helpful tips to those who may need it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and also hit that subscription button so that you know when I upload future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and okay guys, so I have cleaned my chicken, and I clean my chicken using vinegar and water, and I allow my chicken to soak in the vinegar water solution, and I pull off any excess fat, rinse my chicken, and this is what we have. So right now I'm using my mixture that me and my husband came up with, so that is our personal seasoning. But I'm just showing you guys about how much seasoning you want to have on your chicken when you are seasoning, because you need a lot of seasoning or your flavor will get lost in your flour. So do know that you do need a generous amount of seasoning when you're trying to flavor chicken. So, and you'll see, I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to use a fresh batch of flour. So I'm going to add the seasonings that I put inside of my flour. I'm going to show you guys those seasonings. So you want to season your flour as well, and you want to do a generous amount of seasoning to your flour, or like I said, you're going to lose the flavor that you put on your chicken. So season, season, season. It's okay. So these are typically the seasonings that I use when I when I season my flour. These are always the seasonings that I use. When I season meats, these are usually my base seasonings. These are usually always part of my seasoning mixture, except for the turmeric. I use that just at times. That's not something I use all the time. But, so my base seasonings are pretty much my pepper, salt, garlic, onion, cayenne, and parsley. So those are usually seasons that I put on everything. And this little container, this is what I use for holding my flour, that I use for everything except for seafood. So anything that I'm going to flour except for seafood, or like a vegetable, any meat that I'm going to flour, minus seafood, this is the container that I will use, if that makes it clear. So this is what I find useful. So use this container, I keep it in my refrigerator, and I change out and wash my container as I need to. But this is what I use when I'm flouring my meats. And so I wanted to show you guys, like, there's a lot of salt that you're going to need to put inside of your flour if you're able to use salt. If not, whatever substitution you use, you're probably going to need a generous amount in order to enhance the flavors of your spices. So you do need that salt. And I do clean up behind myself, so you may see me doing that on occasion, but yeah, I like it to be clean when I'm cooking. Well, all the time, but when I'm cooking, I like a clean kitchen. So this is the pan that I'm going to use for my chicken. It's handy for me. I like to use it. So I do fry. You'll see me sometimes using my cast iron pan to fry as well. That is a better option, of course, but this particular day I wanted to use my fryer. So I'm going to use peanut oil, and I do use peanut oil quite often when I'm frying. If I'm going to fry something, I'm usually using peanut oil, or go ahead and, you know, whatever you want to say, you can say it doesn't matter, but I feel crisp. But if I'm frying things, I do want my stuff fried old school. So I try to use peanut oil a lot of times because I don't want to use Crisco. But if I'm frying vegetables, you'll see me using olive oil, coconut oil, things like that. But if I'm frying chicken, to me, you gotta go old school with it. So here's what it is. But My pan is half full of peanut oil, so you don't want to go any higher than half full. And I started liking peanut oil because me and my husband also fry turkeys around the holidays, turkeys, hams, whatever. So we use peanut oil, and so we try to keep it around the house at least, at times. So if I have it, I'm going to use it. So that's kind of one of these scenarios. So this is one way. This is the way that I typically flour my meat. I just put them inside my flour and I just go at it that way. So I'm showing you this is basically how I would do it myself if I'm frying chicken. But I know some people like to cover their chicken and shake it up inside the flour. So I'll show you guys, I'll do that with the second batch. I'll cover, the container and shake my chicken up inside of it that way. So either way you like it, I'll show you. And also pay close attention to the way my oil is boiling, I guess you could say, or I don't know how you describe it. Anyway, the way that the bubbles are around my chicken, that's the way you want your oil to be. Like, you don't want your oil to be just out of control, popping. You shouldn't be getting popped by your oil. If you are, then your temperature is way too high. So you just want little bubbles around your chicken. I mean, that's basically what you want. You want it to cook slow, and trust me, the slower it cooks, the better. It's really better for you for your chicken to cook slower. When it's cooking fast, it's not getting done on the inside. It's not. And basically, okay, what I want to do is give you guys, I guess, a little funny story about myself when I first started frying chicken, because I just recently got to where I really can fry chicken, like real fried chicken, like old school Southern style. Like, I can fry you up some chicken now. But it took me a very long time to get there, because I was trying to, learn myself. I was teaching myself how to fry chicken. I would call, like, I have a cousin that I would call all the time. I would call Ann, like, all the time and ask her, like, how to do things. I was either calling her or my mom. And so it was kind of like, they were giving me advice and telling me what to do, but for some reason, I just didn't feel like I could do it right. So I eventually just started using, like, deep fryers. Like, I had the big, deep fryer that looks like a little restaurant style one, and then you can see one behind the one using. And those are how I fried my chicken, because that was, to me, the safe way of frying chicken. Because, like I said, the first time I tried to fry chicken, it was a massacre. It was a bloody massacre. Like, I cut that chicken open. I think I cut it open. I might have bit into it. I don't remember. But it was like blood on the inside. And that, like, it ruined me on chicken for a while. So it's been a long time before I even bothered to fry chicken again. And I even watched people fry chicken, and it was like, why can I not fry my chicken? But I think it was because I had my oil too high. I was just thinking that it had to fry so much faster. I'm not sure. But, my husband's like a country boy. He learned how to cook. He's an excellent cook. And so he actually taught me how to fry my chicken properly. And that's crazy, but he did. Like, and so we appreciate him for that, because he definitely taught me how to fry some chicken. Without the use of deep fryer. This frying chicken like Miss Minnie, honey. And Miss Minnie don't burn no chicken. Or she don't undercook no chicken. So now I'm cooking Miss Minnie chicken. So anyway, so if you've been having that problem, and that's why you're watching videos on how to cook fried chicken, then maybe, this may help you, because that is what helps me, learning the temperature and how to cook your chicken. It's on the temperature, because that's the important part. really. You got your temperature down, pack your chicken's gonna cook. You know, so I thought that was some great advice to have. And so I'm going to show you on this batch also that you can put your lid on top of your pan and let your cooking, let your chicken cook that way. And actually what that does is help cook it through a little bit, in my opinion, I would say a little bit quicker. Like it helps it cook through the meat a little bit quicker when you put the lid on. But either way works perfectly well. Just know that if you're using a pan like this and you're going to use the lid method, that you're going to have to be comfortable enough to know that you'll have to adjust your temperature, because these pans heat up so fast. Like, yeah, they heat up really fast. So I'm showing you how you can put your lid on top of your container. And so at some point I put the lid on, as you guys will see. I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of how beautiful that chicken was looking. So I'm showing you how you can put your lid on top of your container and just shake your chicken up if that works better for you. So yeah, guys, chicken, it's a wonderful, to me, like when you learn how to cook chicken, you're comfortable with frying on anything at that point. Because to me, I got better with frying everything when I learned how to fry chicken properly. And you want to also make sure that you're shaking off your excess flour. And you will see that I did put more pieces in the pan this go round, and I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't put more pieces in the first time. So who knows? It is what it is. But you put this in your pan because there's still room for the chicken to move around. So just over upper pan. And so this oil, since it's the first time that I fried in it, and it's not fish, I will use this oil again. My fish oil, I don't recycle. Like some people say they recycle their fish oil. I don't do that either. But as far as my non-fish oil, if it's my first time cooking with it, I'm definitely going to recycle. Unless you burn your oil, then of course you can't do it then. So this oil will be used again. You'll just drain your oil and put it in a container once it cools off, of course. And so I do, as you notice first back, you may end up with a piece or two that get done before the other pieces. That's fine, because in your last few minutes of cooking, for me, most of the time what I'm doing is just making sure that my crust is brown enough, that it's crispy enough. That's basically what I'm doing the last few minutes of my cook time. So you end up cooking your chicken about 10 minutes each time. But you'll notice that the more you get comfortable with it, because it should be floating. It'll be very light or floating in your water. So there is the final result. It's very delicious. Oh, that is some yummy chicken. And I can show you guys that it is done all the way through. I do not like wet or slimy chicken. So this is how my chicken looks. Delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. Please share with your friends. Subscribe. I love making these videos, you guys. Thank you. Happy chicken. Bye, guys.